Congratulations on the movie. Why did you want to make a movie with slavery as a theme? Did that just come with making a Western in that period?
God, I've always wanted to explore slavery in a film before. But I think actually my real reason to, I've always wanted to explore slavery, but I guess the reason that actually made me put pen to paper was to give Black American males a Western hero, give them a cool folkloric hero that could actually be empowering and actually pay back blood for blood.
And that's the revenge bit. I mean, is that essential to make
Well,
him a hero?
In the case of laying waste to a genocidal white racist class in the institution of slavery, yes, that would be the reason to do it, as opposed to just a historical story where this happens and this happens and this happens and this happens and that happens.
So you can't be surprised by the controversy that's come along with it?
Well, you can't. I don't think you can actually make a movie about slavery in America that it's not going to be controversial.
Are you very disappointed by some of the reactions, Spike Lee especially?
Oh, I couldn't be happier with the reaction to this movie. It's been fantastic.
It's good publicity, I suppose.
Well, no. It's creating a nice debate. Even the people who don't like the film, all right, are actually I am responsible for people talking about slavery in America in a way that they have not in 30 years.
But you must care very deeply that this doesn't become, a film that stands out from the rest of your body of work as one that is, trashed by more people or anything like that.
It's not trashed by more people. What you're saying is not correct. It's
No,
not trashed by more people.
I'm not saying it is. I'm saying, that are you concerned? I mean,
no, I'm not talking about the movie right now. You're talking about, I'm talking about there is actually a dialogue going on about slavery right now that has not been happening at all. It's a subject people are afraid to talk about. And now because of this movie, people aren't afraid to talk about it. People are talking about it. Somebody likes the movie, and they write a review on this. I mean, especially in a world right now where you actually have the internet, where actually anybody can actually now speak publicly, which was not the case before. So now somebody actually writes a review for the movie and they like it. And then you read the comment sections, and some people who don't like it attack them, and say they're saying. Somebody who doesn't like the movie writes a blog about it, and the people who like the movie hold them to task in the comment section. That's a dialogue.
Let me ask you about violence. I mean, you said, everyone knows you make violent movies, you like violent movies. Mm-hmm. Why do you like making violent movies?
I don't know. It's like asking Judd Apatow, why do you like making comedies?
You just get a kick out of it, or you just enjoy it?
Well, I think it's good cinema. I consider it good cinema. You sit there in a movie theater when these cathartic violent scenes happen. I'm talking about the cathartic violent scenes. I'm not talking about there's two types of violence in this movie. There's the brutality of the violence in the day put upon the slaves
the rape
during the time. I don't think there's any rape going on in the movie. All right, but there's brutality to the slaves. That hasn't been dealt with in America to the extent that I deal with it. And I'm showing you that there was two Holocausts in America. This is one of them. We've dealt with the Indian Holocaust, the Holocaust of the American Indian in America. But we haven't been dealing with the Holocaustic aspects, the Auschwitzian aspects of the slave trade in America. My movie deals with that. Then there's the cathartic violence of Django paying back blood for blood.
And that's why, is that why you think people like watching violent movies? People who are not violent people? Or twisted people in any way, but why it's okay to go into a movie and enjoy the violence?
Yeah, well, it's a movie. It's a fantasy. It's a fantasy. It's not real life. It's a fantasy. You go and you watch, you watch a kung fu movie, and one guy takes on 100 people in a restaurant. That's fun.
But why are you so sure that there's no link between enjoying movie violence and enjoying real violence?
I'm going to tell you why I'm so sure. Do not ask me a question like that. I'm not biting. I refuse your question.
Why?
Because I refuse your question. I'm not your slave and you're not my master. You can't make me dance to your tune. I'm not a monkey.
I can't make you answer anything. I'm asking you interesting questions.
And I'm saying I refuse.
Okay. Well, no, I was just asking you why. That's fine. But you see, Jamie Foxx has said, we can't turn our back and say that violence in films
Well,
or
then you should
anything
talk
that
to
we
Jamie
do
Foxx.
doesn't have a source
Then you
of
should talk to
influence.
Jamie Foxx about that. And I think he's actually here, so you can.
I'd love to, but I mean, you know, it's interesting that you have a different view, and I'm just trying to explore that.
Yeah, and I don't want to.
Well,
Because I'm here to sell my movie. This is a commercial for the movie. Make no mistake.
You
And
interviews.
yeah,
so,
yeah. This
so
is,
you don't want to talk about anything serious.
I don't want to talk about what you want to talk about. I don't want to talk about the implications of violence. I haven't wanted. I've been because the reason I don't want to talk about it is I've said everything I have to say about it. If anyone cares what I have to say about it, they can Google me and they can look for 20 years what I have to say about it. I haven't changed my opinion one iota.
No, but you haven't fleshed it out. That's the only reason.
It's not my job to flesh it out.
No, it's my job to try and ask you to.
And
that's
I'm
all,
shutting your butt down.
And that's entirely your. That's entirely
this
your.
This is a
your
commercial
right.
from my movie.
No, I know, but it's my job to try and explore some serious themes as well. I'm sure.
Well, I invite you to explore some serious things, but not things that I have already been on the record for talking about.
Well, violence is such a big part of all of your movies, and it's it's an enjoyable part of your movies for so many people, and that's why I'm talking about this, because it's a very sensitive time at the moment. I mean, the vice president is talking to people in the movie industry today about violence in response
and you
to
know where I stand on it.
Which is that there's no relationship. And
yes.
But you haven't said why you think there's no relationship.
It's none of your damn business what I think about that.
Well, it's my job to ask you why you think
that.
And
I'm
you're
saying
very influential.
No. And I'm shutting you down.
But you have a responsibility as a filmmaker, surely, to explain a little bit about
No,
what
I
you're
don't
doing.
have any responsibility to you to explain anything I don't want to.
No, not to me, but to your viewers, to your fans, to people who
they know
care about what it is that you're doing.
They know where I'm coming from. And I have explained it. And I have explained even what you're talking about. I'm just not giving it to you.
Why?
Because I don't want to, because I've done it already. I have explained this many times in the last 20 years. I just refuse to repeat myself over and over again because you want me to. For you and your show and your ratings.
Okay, well, no, it's not about our ratings.
No, it is. It is about you want me to say it for you. For your show, this show, right here, right now.
Well, look, this is a news program. It's not a film program, so we explore serious themes. That's the difference.
Exactly. Yeah. But you want me to do what I've already done before, and I am refusing.
Fine, that's your right. Let me also ask you, you said in a Playboy interview recently that you thought movie directors didn't get better as they get older. Are you getting better as you get older or worse?
Well, I think they don't get better when they get old. I think I'm still in the sweet spot. Well, I hope. That's up to everyone to decide. Am I?
I enjoy your movies. You probably wouldn't believe that, but yeah, I mean, I'm just wondering what you think is sort of is left. I mean, you've done seven big movies.
Yeah, I'll let me answer your question about that. I mean, I just feel I feel like filmmaking. Directors are like boxers. They have their time. They have their time. Hopefully, I'm on the right side of my time. All right, but at a certain point, a boxer loses it.
And it's all about knowing when to retire.
It's all about knowing when to hang up the gloves, or in my case, I guess the megaphone.
Quentin Tarantino, thank you very much.
Thank you.